Hi, this is Robbie again. Today I want to talk to you about a really useful photography device, an intervalometer. An intervalometer is basically like a cable release you plug into the side of your camera, except it's a little bit more sophisticated. It gives you the option to automatically shoot a number of frames at a certain interval, hence the name. I bring this intervalometer with me anytime I'm going to be on a tripod. It's really useful. Night shots, especially with the Sony if I'm going to be bracketing, because there's no self-timer auto bracket on the Sony cameras that I've found. So if I'm going to auto bracket at, say, 5 shots plus minus 3 EVs, the overexposed image is going to be open for a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and it requires pressing the shutter release to initiate the bracketed sequence, and that can cause a little bit of camera shake. So I plug in the intervalometer to the side and use it just as a cable release for these instances. These two HDR night shots I did using the intervalometer on a tripod. The other thing I use this for is self-portraits and whatnot. I will typically set the intervalometer to take maybe 20 shots with 1 second in between or 2 seconds in between each shot, and hook it up to the camera and just tell it go. And it'll fire repeated shots, and that way I can adjust. I don't have to walk over to the camera and check it each time. I can check sequences, which makes it a lot easier. One thing to keep in mind when using an intervalometer, especially if you're going to have it automatically take photos, is the drive mode of the camera. You want to have it in single shot. If you don't, when the intervalometer is taking the picture, it's effectively holding down the shutter button. So if the shutter speed is less than the duration, it's going to take multiple shots, and that's not exactly what you want. You want to take one shot and then wait, and take another shot and wait. I accidentally did this a few times. You plug it in and it'll just start going boom, 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 taking shots, and you're like, oh, oops, you gotta change the drive mode. So just something to keep in mind. Sometimes an intervalometer can be kind of expensive. I found really cheap. I think this was $16 on eBay from China. Substantially cheaper than branded intervalometers. And it works just fine. This one is branded Aperture. I don't know what that is. It has a light so you can use it at night. And I plan to try and do some time-lapse or stop motion or a few other things with this that I just haven't got around to doing yet. But it's a really handy device to keep in your camera bag whenever you're going to be out in the evening or at night on a tripod. So if you don't have an intervalometer, you might want to check out getting one if you're ever going to be doing tripod night work, HDR work, things like that. So I hope you found this helpful. Thanks. Bye.